We have Sahil joining us live now for all the very latest. Sahil, we heard Lakshmikant Parsekar, the former Goa Chief Minister, not wanting to comment on the fact that Goa would get a Chief Minister even before Manohar Parikar's last rites are done with. They seem to be in a huddle, as the BJP seems to be in a huddle, and the Congress, of course, is now staking claim to form the government, saying that they're the single largest party there in Goa.
No, Chaiti, yes, indeed. As per numbers, the Congress indeed is the single largest party, but to form the government, because right now the strength of the Goa Assembly is 36, which of course includes Manohar Parrikar. With the Manohar Parrikar's death, it has come down to 36 from 40. 3 MLAs had passed away a few months back, and it's now Manohar Parrikar, so it becomes 4. So now it is 36. So to have a majority in 36, you require 15 MLAs with you, and that's what the BJP thinks, that yes, it is more than 16 MLAs with you, and the BJP thinks that yes, they will be able to manage to have the alliance partners together. See, the thing is that even the Congress had tried to approach the alliance partners like Goa Forward, which the sources told us yesterday, but the alliance partners do not believe, especially with partners like Goa Forward, that the Congress will be able to keep its own house intact, and that is the reason why they are still having talks with the BJP to finalize that who should be the Chief Minister of Goa. We are at Lalit Kala Kendra, where Manohar Parrikar's last remains have been kept, and it's very sad that his cremation has not yet started, and the tussle over who is going to be the next Chief Minister, the political tussle over who is going to get what a ministerial berth and which party is going to get a larger pie in the power sharing in Goa has already started happening since.
So, Sahil, don't you think this is a very unfortunate and sad political narrative that even before the last rites are done with of Manohar Parrikar, the BJP gets into a huddle wanting to announce who the next Chief Minister? Shouldn't they wait till the last rites are done with?
Absolutely. But the thing is that the situation demands that that the incumbent Chief Minister, if he dies in the office, then you need to appoint another Chief Minister or another government as early as possible, and that is the reason why this is happening. In fact, somewhat even the BJP can be blamed for this. Manohar Parrikar has been fighting with cancer since last few months. We could see his frailing health since very long time. The BJP could have acted and have started looking out for option in case that Manohar Parrikar is unable to run the government, and if his health becomes critical. But they waited till the last end, and that's what even the allies are complaining. People like Vijay Sardesai, who is heading Goa Forward, has been complaining that Manohar Parrikar is unable to run the Chief Minister's office. The BJP should find out another person to run the Chief Minister's office, and that's what he's been complaining about since very long time. But since despite that, the BJP could not get down to a person who can lead or who can fill into Manohar Parrikar's shoes, and that is the reason why this time is being taken. Now, it's very clear that someone from the BJP will definitely become the Chief Minister, because that is if the Goa Forward is allowed to have their own Chief Minister, the MGP will object. If the MGP is allowed to have their own Chief Minister, the Goa Forward will object. So the only viable option right now, which the BJP sources told us, that someone from the BJP only can become the Chief Minister. But who that person will be is going to be the difficult task. Most importantly,
but
right now what we saw that the Congress was
Sahil, hold on. I want to take this question with Poulomi now. Poulomi, is there a consensus on the leadership as far as the Goa Forward Party and Maharashtravadi Gomantak Party is concerned? Are the allies fine with this, or are they fine with a suspended assembly for now?
Well, what we know, Chaiti, so far is that the allies have rejected the name of Dr. Pramod Sawant, who is the Goa Legislative Assembly Speaker and is the consensus candidate. At least that is what emerged within the BJP, and Mr. Nitin Gadkari forwarded his name, but the allies rejected his name. So then, of course, came up the name of Vinay Tendulkar. What we know is that GFP, which is the Goa Forward Party, had in fact at the time 1 year ago, when Mr. Parrikar's health took a hit and he had to go in for treatment to the United States, and there was a lot of speculation whether he would be able to come back and take charge of Goa. at that time, there were hectic parleys as well. And at that time, the GFP had forwarded the name of Vinay Tendulkar. Again, Vinay Tendulkar's name, who is the BJP state president, is doing the rounds right now. Vishwajit Rane, like I was saying, is probably out of the race because he's a congressman who defected to the BJP. Not too many BJP legislators are in fact supporting him right now. So the contest is between Pramod Sawant and Vinay Tendulkar. But the MGP is not agreeing to this. The MGP is saying we'll have our own meeting and decide whether we continue in this alliance or not. So that is going to be extremely crucial because then, of course, the numbers completely change if the MGP pulls out right now. The whole situation is very precariously placed, Chetty. Let me just take you through the numbers for a bit. Over here, the total strength, the current strength of the Goa Legislative Assembly stands at 36. This is after the demise of Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar. BJP stands at about 12 MLAs, I beg your pardon. This includes the Speaker, Pramod Sawant. In case of a floor test, Pramod Sawant can't vote, so the BJP strength is about 11. Okay. MGP is 3, GFP is 4, which is the Goa Forward Party. Independents are 3. Independents are usually working in tandem with the GFP. Vijay Sardesai is leading this particular pack over here. Then, of course, there is the Congress, which stands at 14 MLAs. They are saying they are the single largest party currently in the Goa Legislative Assembly, which is true. They stand at 14, and hence they've approached the Governor Mridula Sinha, staking claim to form government. They have the support of NCP. At 36, the halfway mark is 18. You need 19 to be able to survive a floor test if it comes to that. None of these combinations have 19 right now. BJP, 12, Speaker can't vote. So you're looking at 11 right now, plus 3, 14, plus 3, 17, plus 3 over there, 20. So there is a possibility that BJP could survive the floor test over here. But if the MGP pulls out, then the BJP doesn't have the numbers, and the Congress still will not make it to that halfway mark. So it's a very precarious situation, and hence talk of suspended animation of the Legislative Assembly is also doing the rounds right now, Chetty.
That's right. Thanks much, Pallavi, for breaking down the numbers, and the numbers go on to tell the tale as well. We'll see whether the NGP gives its support right there to the BJP or not. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult for the BJP to stake claim to form the government right there. We're going to wait and watch and be on top of the story. There are very quick developments coming in right there from Goa.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.